XRP holders, we are waiting for this one thing to happen. What if it does not? This impacts you also if any other cryptos that you own. So it's not a specific XRP thing. What is this? I'm going to share this with you. I've got some contradictory information to share with you as well. There's a couple of twists and turns here. You need to understand all of this, how it impacts your XRP holdings, as well as any other crypto holdings that you have. Please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button below. That subscribe button below, by the way, here on YouTube is free. It just means you want to follow my content. And if you're watching me on Twitter, hit that follow button over there, please. All right. So here's what's going on. Right now, XRP is up. We're really actually doing well. We're up 4.3%. You can see in the last 7 days, we've had a nice move up. This is another view of it. You can see right here. Overall, you can see we're kind of from here to there. We're up about 10+%. By the way, that's my trading indicator, X1 Algo. Links in the description if you want to try it out. It's a trading indicator, takes the blinders off, helps you know when to buy and when to sell any and all cryptos. So check that out if you're interested in that. Okay. So what is it I want to share with you? And what are we talking about here? That's this event that we're waiting for to happen. And what if it does not? Okay. So here's what it is. So it is the Federal Reserve interest rate cut, but don't stop the video there because again, I've got some contradictory information and this is a really murky mess that we've got now going on. And you need to understand this because it impacts you for your XRP holdings, your Bitcoin, Cardano, anything you own. Here's what we got. Okay. So here's what's happened, guys. Okay. If you go back a couple of months, there was discussion on Wall Street and on the crypto street that we were not even going to get a rate cut in September. There was that discussion. And there was like, well, are we going to get a rate cut? Maybe, maybe not. And then that tide started shifting. And then it was like, oh, okay, yeah, it looks like we're going to, because the CPI data reports were coming in, the labor reports, et cetera. And it was like, okay, now things are looking really good. It looks like we're going to get a 25 basis points reduction in September, and everybody rejoiced, if you will. Now that has changed, and that is not even what I think is going to happen because we've got again some significant issues here now that are playing out. We've got basically a day left before this decision. We're going to find out this tomorrow, Wednesday, September 18th, what the Fed's going to do. Here's where I'll cut to the chase. Okay, so this chart shows you that there is now, as of the recording here, there's a 63% chance Wall Street is expecting, and crypto, the crypto street, let's call it that, is expecting a 50 basis points reduction in the Federal Reserve interest rate. Okay, so now here's where we get into the disconnect. So there's a 37% chance that we're going to get a 25 basis points. Here's the problem. Wall Street and crypto is now expecting this 50 basis points reduction. I've looked at the data. I've looked at the macro data, and I've also looked at the historical kind of how the Federal Reserve works. Guys, they tend to be extremely overly conservative, sometimes too conservative in my opinion, but of course I don't make policy. What happens if the Federal Reserve only gives us a 25 basis points reduction? Do you see where I'm going with this? If they only give us that tomorrow, we could see blood in the streets on Wall Street and on crypto, because now the expectation is that we're going to get that 50 basis points. And there's a very strong possibility that the Fed's not going to give that to us. This is not the Fed saying they're going to give us, there's not a 63% chance that the FOMC says that we're going to do this. This is what the graph you see here is the expectation. It's the consensus of what Wall Street, and I would also venture, I would throw crypto into this as well, is going to get. And I think it's creating, here's the key, it's creating a false expectation. It's creating a false narrative, because now anything less than a 50 basis points reduction could be not good. And I realize I said that weird, but you get my point. A larger Fed cut wouldn't spark worry, but a smaller one might. There is discussion that a 25 basis point reduction coming from the Fed tomorrow would actually be viewed as constricting the financial markets. Yeah. So you see how the tide has shifted from we're not even going to get a Federal Reserve interest rate cut to, oh, yay, we're going to get a 25 basis cut. And now we want a 50 basis point cut, and how it's going to impact. Now, what does this all mean? Here's what it comes down to. Does this mean you should sell your crypto and go hide under your mattress? No, of course not. You're probably in the market just like we all are. You're profitable on some things. Maybe some things are a little upside down or whatever. And should you sell your XRP or your Bitcoin or your Ethereum and run away and hide? No, of course not. This is a bump in the road that we're going to have to navigate, which is why I wanted to make this video, because we've got, I think, a false expectation. We've got some contradictory information here. We got the hope, the belief that we're going to get that 50 basis points. If we get that, fantastic. I want that. I hope that, because if we get that, it'll be viewed as good. Crypto will take off. Wall Street will take off, etc. That's where we're at. The good news here is that the fourth quarter of pretty much going back a long time has always been good for crypto. The fourth quarter of any year has always been very, very good for crypto. It's also been good for Wall Street. But a 25 basis point cut right now would probably put a little bit of a damper on that. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we got a little thing out there called the 2024 presidential U.S. election. Get that going on. Got a lot of stuff here. What do you think? Drop in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitter, hit that follow button. More to follow. See you.